Hi there, it's Jodi. Welcome to season 6 of the Great North American Stampin' Show. We are excited that you're here. We're excited to start a brand new season with all of you. We have decided this season to focus on card layouts that are in the new Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. And we've got some other fun things, surprises in store for you this fall too. So make sure that you stay tuned. We are here live every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So what you do is just watch this video. In the description, you'll see links to the other 3 videos from Lauren, Lisa, and Julie. You'll watch all 4, and then you get to decide the winner of each episode every week by voting, giving a thumbs up here on YouTube to the video that you like the most. So voting always ends on Sunday evening, and then we'll announce the winner on Monday. But of course, no matter when you're watching, we always appreciate your thumbs up and your comments and all of that good stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy episode 1 of season 6. All right, so like I said, for the season, we are doing different card layouts from the new Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. And for episode 1, we are focusing on page 39. So you see 4 different card layouts here, and I was immediately drawn to this one right here. So let me pull it up just a little bit closer so you can see some of the details. There is this background. They've done it here with some foil paper. That's like a big die that cuts that detailed background. And then obviously your focal point here with the greeting going across it like that. So this die, if you look at the products that were actually used on this, this is the set of dies, and that's that leaf background die. And actually here in the catalog, it shows you even closer up what that looks like. So I decided I'm going to leave it open to this and set it aside so we can pull it back in later. And you know, when we do these, this is like to spark your creativity. None of us are going to look at this and do like exactly what's there. We're going to change the product. We're going to, modify things a little bit. But the point is just to share with you that you can look at these card samples and just let it be your starting point. Let it be what inspires your creativity. So for me, for this one, I thought of this new bundle, Snowflake Kisses. And the reason this popped into my head is because it's got that similar big background die. And so this piece here is similar to what that leaf giant die was as well, because it's going to create a big background of snowflakes. So there's this die, there's some smaller snowflakes here. This one is pretty cool too. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's cutting a circle, but then it's got this tiny little pattern on the inside too. All sorts of pieces here. I'm going to pull off the snowflakes that I'm going to need for sure for my card. And I'll just kind of set this stuff aside. Okay, and then the Snowflake Kisses stamp set is just greetings. So this is one of those bundles where, you might love the whole bundle. You might think, oh, I just really need some words. Or you might think, I've got a lot of Christmas, winter greetings. I'll just get the dies. It's always a savings when you get the bundle because you get 10% off. But sometimes you don't need the bundle, and that's okay. There are times where I just buy the dies or I just buy the stamp set. In this case, I did get both because I liked both. But I don't want you to feel like you always have to do that if that's not what works for you. These dies, though, I think it's pretty safe to say these are some unique dies. And I didn't really talk about the other one here. So you've got this little frame, you've got that line, and then this is kind of a cool corner die cut as well. So there's a lot of fun snowflakes, and I think everybody likes snowflakes, whether it's for Christmas cards specifically or even just for winter cards. So this piece is thick basic white. It is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to go ahead and center this on here so that there's an even border around the edges, and then run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, and when I pull that off, I get this awesome snowflake image. That circle was cut out, so I'm going to want to hang on to this to use on a different project. Why not, right? And then I'm also going to set, this is a new piece of glimmer paper. It comes in a package, I think it's called Peaceful Garden or something, but there's some different shades of glimmer paper. And this one, it actually in the description says light green. To me, it looks silver, but it says light green, so we'll go with that. It's a 3 by 3 inch piece, and I can set all of those dies on there, run it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we'll get lots of little snowflakes to work with. So as I pull all of these in, I'm just going to kind of set them up here, and I'll grab them as I need them. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to, let's scoot this. I am going to take this, and I'm going to add some ink. Okay, so I should say I'm going to use a thick white card base. So it's 8.5 by 5.5 folded in half. And then this is going to layer on here, except it actually could look pretty cool just doing tone on tone, just the white on white. But what I want to do is just add some ink, some Petunia Pop. Now imagine, I mean, you could do any color. I for some reason always do blues and purples for snowflakes. I don't know why, it's just what I do. But you know, you could do bright like Summer Splash, you could do Balmy Blue, you could do Night of Navy, Misty Moonlight. Any of those blues would be gorgeous. Fresh Freesia, there's a lot of different blue and purple options. Now I'm going over this bottom right corner with a little bit of a heavier hand to get a darker look. And then I'm just kind of letting it get lighter as I go. It's that kind of ombre look where it starts darker and gets lighter. And you can just, you know, there's no right or wrong. You probably won't do it the same way twice, even if you tried. So I think that's good. And then it really pops when you set it on that white card base. Okay, so now you might be thinking, okay, that's cool, that was fun, it's a neat die cut, but now I've got to attach this thing. And I've got my multi-purpose glue, which I could take this and, you know, go around the perimeter and do some dots and all of that. That would absolutely work. What I'm going to do is show you a quick little way that you can use the silicone mat and a sponge to do something similar. So I'm just going to put a blob of glue here. I'm going to set this over on the side and just take a little part of a sponge and dab it. And then I'm just going to go over the back of this cardstock and apply the glue. Get a little bit more here. And it's really neat because on this silicone sheet, it just cleans up so easily. And what I'm doing is essentially like almost making a sticker out of this piece of cardstock. Just by dabbing that glue on the back, it's going to make it tacky. I can lift it up and then go ahead and set it. Let me pull this out of the way so I can pull this in and just kind of center it here. And then you can do one of two things. You can just pat it down like this. Sometimes I find it easier to just flip it upside down, and then I can rub a little bit more aggressively when I don't have to worry about my fingers going over directly all of that detail. So this lets me just be a little bit more aggressive in the way I get it securely attached. All right, so again, you could have just taken this directly to the back, all would be good. Okay, when this dries, so you could see that glue left behind. When it dries a little bit, all you do, oh, it's even working now. It's not completely dry, but do you see how I'm just kind of balling it up? I just run my finger over it and it just comes off. So I just do that quick, just kind of go like this, put that in the trash, and this is as good as new and ready to use on your next project. It's pretty slick. Okay, let's keep going here. I am going to add some of these snowflakes. And for this, I'm just going to put some glue right in the center and secure it like that. So let's see. I'll do this one down here. Just press it down and hold it for a moment. That'll be good. This little teeny tiny one. And I could totally do the same thing that I just did with the sponge if I wanted the glue to be all over the entire snowflake. You could definitely take the sponge and do that same technique. I kind of like when the edges are loose a little bit. I know when I mail it, it'll flatten out, but I like the look when it's a little bit loose and coming up off of the card just a touch. Okay, so we'll keep going with these snowflakes. Just a few more to attach. Where do I want that one? Right there. Get these turned over and attached. And then we will add the greeting. So this to me is, I mean, it's certainly a card that we can make into a Christmas card, but really it could be used for any winter occasion. You know, all those normal occasions still happen in the wintertime, whether it's a birthday or a thinking of you card or a get well card or, you know, whatever it might be. All those things still happen through the winter months and around Christmas. So sometimes we get so focused on Christmas cards, we kind of forget that we need all occasion cards that time of year as well. Okay, almost done here. We'll add these last little guys. Let's do one up here. My fingers are a little sticky from sponging, so I feel like these are sticking just a little bit more than normal to my fingers. Let's see, we'll add this one over here. So what do you think so far? I just think this card is so fun. I love the ombre, the sponging, and then the glitter snowflakes. Lots of fun. Okay, let's keep going with that focal point. I've got a little piece here. This is 2 1/4 inches by 7/8 of an inch. And I'm going to take my little embossing buddy. If you don't have the embossing toolkit, it is definitely something to consider. Heat embossing is so much fun and adds such a cool element to your card. And having that little embossing buddy, the tray that I'm about to show you, all of those tools really make it so much easier to do. This is Versamark ink. This is just a watermark tone on tone. It's a little bit sticky, which is what's going to allow my embossing powder to attach to it. I've got silver embossing powder. Like I said, this tray is part of that toolkit. Super handy. And this says, lots of love to you and yours. Okay, so I will go ahead and emboss this using my heat tool. So when you're embossing, it's important to keep, let me switch here. It's important to keep the heat source moving. As soon as it starts to melt, and I hope that you'll be able to see it well, but as soon as it starts to melt, I want to make sure to move my heat. Do you see it? Melting there, getting shiny. I don't want to leave it on that for too long because it will like kind of scorch, almost burn that powder. So I just want to make sure it melts, and then that's all we need to do. Okay, last little thing here. I'm going to take my scissors and just cut a little bit of an angle, just a little bit of interest there. And then this is a piece from, what is it called? Beautiful Bokeh, some designer paper. And this is going to just kind of sit behind my focal point here. So I will grab my liquid glue again, Just put a little bit on there. And this, I think I will just do it right up to the edge there. And then we will add a couple Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of our greeting and attach that right over that little piece of designer paper. Okay, super, super fun. So let's pull in that inspiring card sample. So I've got the background the same as I did here with a big die that kind of takes up some of that background space. The focal point here, I've spread out a little bit more with the snowflakes and then the greeting with a little designer paper. I've done that over here like this. So definitely some similarities, but again, don't limit yourself by what you see in the catalog. Let that be what sparks your creativity and sends you off in your own unique way. So this is what I have for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, that you've learned some things about sponging with the blending brush, using the silicone mat with the liquid glue, lots of helpful little tips that you can use on any of your projects. So if you like my card, be sure to give me a thumbs up here. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments as well. Be sure to click through and watch all 3 of the other videos and give that thumbs up vote to the one that you like the most. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.